If you want to stay stuck, keep thinking about everything instead of actually doing anything. Right? Think about every possible outcome, every possible mistake, every possible path, and convince yourself that you just need a little more clarity before you start. Because thinking feels productive to us. It feels like you're making progress, and although most of the time nothing's actually changing, you're just going in circles. Because the more you think, the heavier everything else feels, and decisions start to feel more complicated than they actually are. And you've spent more time thinking than actually doing things, right? If you want yourself to feel stuck, keep comparing yourselves to people who have nothing to do with you, right? Scroll through people's lives, look at what they're doing, where they are, and then measure your life against that. Because though you're only seeing a small fraction of their life, although you don't know how long it took them, although you don't know how what they've struggled with, although you don't know what their life actually feels like, you compare anyway. And then slowly your life in turn starts feeling small. Because it is. Because of what you're comparing yourself to. And other than that, you keep waiting to feel ready. You feel like you need to be extra sure of what you're gonna do before you actually take the actions to attain your goals. You feel like you need more confidence, more clarity, more time. Because starting without feeling ready feels uncomfortable. So you wait and you wait. And you keep preparing in your head, although the truth is, the feeling of being ready will never actually come, but you're waiting for it, and so nothing actually moves. And another way is to keep avoiding discomfort, right? Because if you want to stay exactly where you are, avoid anything that makes you uncomfortable, right? Because that would make you move forward, and we don't want that, right? Things that make you feel uncertain, things where you might fail, things that push you out of what you're used to, stay away from that, right? Because comfort feels safe. Comfort also keeps everything the same, and growth doesn't usually feel comfortable. It feels unfamiliar. And if you keep choosing comfort each time, your life will stay exactly where it is. And that is what we want. And okay, on a real note, the strange thing about all of this is most people already know all of these things, right? Even without me telling them that. It's not new information to you guys. You've probably noticed these patterns in your own life, and overthinking has felt like it has dragged on for all of your life, comparing yourself for no reason, waiting instead of actually starting. But knowing about something and changing are two different things, and that is where people get stuck. I don't think people need advice. What they need is to stop doing the things that quietly hold them back from their progress. Because a lot of the time, it's not that you don't know what to do. I'm sure you know exactly what you need to do. It's that you do things that cancel out your own progress. Thinking too much, waiting too long, and avoiding the things that would actually move you forward, right? If you want your life to stay the same, just keep doing all of that, okay? Overthinking, comparing, and waiting. Because that will keep you stuck. But if you don't want to do that, then you already know what needs to change. So what are you gonna choose? I'm very hopeful for your answer. Anyways, one like, one sub would be very, very highly appreciated, guys. And thank you for tuning in today's video. Thumbs up, man. Anyways, peace out.